Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena. 1v1 between JonSlow playing in red as the Byzantines, and we have DraCoNT playing in blue as the Britons. Arguably the better civilization here, but Byzantines on Arena can be really strong, so I'm curious to see how this game is going. I saw parts of it, but only small parts, and I'm pretty sure it's a good one. It's not gonna end after like 25 minutes, it's gonna be a little bit longer, but I guess the video length will tell you that already. So let's see what the players are dealing with, and then maybe talk a little bit about what they could go, what I expect them to go. I hope it's not going to be a trash game, I'm not sure about that one, but it's possible at least. There is Ibex, four of them quite far outside for DraCoNT here. He is luring them in through the gate, using the sheep to keep the gate open, all pretty standard nowadays. Makes sense. Main gold on the side for him. We have the main stone safe in the back, actually, second gold safe in the back, and extra gold, extra stone, both in the back for DraCoNT. He can see this, he has scouted this already, so the map for him quite decent. Only the third gold and the second stone, quite forward outside towards JonSlow's base actually, but it's alright I guess. We have, a little bit of a scout fight as JonSlow is the one who is going for a trash here. I'm really sad about this one, because one relic close here and the other relic's closer to JonSlow as far as I can see. Second stone forward outside, main stone on the side here, not too far forward. Main gold on the side, second gold inside but forward, third gold forward outside for Ibex outside, and another relic in two on close to his base, one extra gold in the neutral zone, one relic in the neutral zone, one extra stone in the neutral zone, and like that we have a trash game. I'm not too happy about this, but I guess it makes sense. Let's see how DraCoNT is going to react here. He's on the way up to field age, while JonSlow already there. Starting to build a little bit of a palisade wall, only 47 HP, but it's gonna give him a little bit of time, I guess. And JonSlow actually went in and is losing the scout now. DraCoNT 4 HP scout left, up to field age, going for the tower immediately, which makes sense. And a bit of a wall off coming up as well. I think he should have gone with that earlier on, but okay, it's fine, I guess. He will be able to stop JonSlow from going in immediately towards the gold. And DraCoNT also on stone with 3 villagers, so he can actually afford a second tower if he wants to. 130 stone in the bank. He's not going with that tower yet, but I think he should do so, because now JonSlow is going to start to hit the palisade wall, and that villager behind starting a stone wall. Yeah, that's okay. The second tower coming up now, and JonSlow is the one who's saying, okay, let's try to go in, building a house here, and he's starting to attack the tower, going with a quick wall against this. I think DraCoNT needs to delete the house, but he's not doing that, and that's a mistake, I think. He should not have left that tower protected, and now it's JonSlow is going with the watchtower here. DraCoNT needs to attack this immediately, and he's doing that. JonSlow trying to get the tower up. He might be able to do so, but DraCoNT should be faster at the same time. DraCoNT is now saying, you're not escaping, you are trapped inside almost at least, but the house came up too late, and JonSlow is going back like this. DraCoNT should be safe. He's got enough resources to click up to Castle Age, almost at least, missing a little bit of gold, but once the market, actually it's up, so he could click up any second he wants. Needs the second building, that's the problem for him, I guess. Now he's got the resources if he's selling 100 wood, and he's waiting for the gold to come in, not selling anything, I guess. And he's now going to this 2 lumber camps here, sending villagers, 6 villagers on stone. Yeah, 6. And JonSlow is giving up on the trash, is sending the villagers outside to take some gold in. And JonSlow is close to clicking up as well. Both players actually doing really good here. And DraCoNT is not too far ahead. The trash already did some damage at least. It's not like it did big damage, but it was fine for JonSlow. It was good enough to actually delay DraCoNT. DraCoNT should be able to get a castle up if he wants to. He's got 6 villagers on stone. He's gonna have that stone within a matter of minutes after arriving at Castle Age at least, and he's going for a wheelbarrow actually, and directly after this with 7-8 farms up, should go for TCs I guess. One TC on the woodline on the back here, another TC I mentioned could go up on the main gold here. It would be a nice TC spot. He's going for the monastery first, not sure about the spot here, maybe behind the main gold to be able to protect it, and he's waiting for the stone to get a castle up now, so he wants to go for some relics which are quite far away, not going for the siege workshop. He's not bothered by these towers, they're not really doing a lot to be honest. And JonSlow is up to Castle Age, is going for the monastery as well. TC on the main gold, would prefer to see it on the back here. Okay, I guess DraCoNT is not going to attack this anytime soon. Another TC on that stone, main stone actually. And the woodline, nice TC spots for JonSlow as well. Both players probably trying to go for a little bit of a boom here. The TC coming up on the second gold here for DraCoNT. And he's now sending villagers forward from stone to actually build that castle, I imagine, yeah, either behind the walls or directly on the walls here. So he definitely wants to go for the longbowman in the long run, as well as the siege workshop coming up. He's got one relic in, that was probably the one close to his base. He's now sending more monks forward. Villagers could get converted, but I think DraCoNT should not have done this. Maybe it would have been better. Actually, he's converting one weak villager here to grab the relic first. JonSlow trying to go for the relics as well, as that's the second he's getting, as far as I can see here. Housed on 50. And DraCoNT now with the castle is able to take down those towers, no problem whatsoever. He's going for longbowman production. He's got 3 TCs up and running, enough farms to keep that production going. And looking good for him actually here. Going with a monk to get that last relic, and JonSlow probably does not have atonement. He's not going to find any more relics, as there are none to be taken anymore. So all the relics coming to the monasteries, actually there should be 2 for DraCoNT here. The last one coming in, no military units around for JonSlow to stop this. JonSlow has 2 relics, and now they're trying to boom and go up to Imperial Age, I guess. So I think we could go a little bit faster. DraCoNT is ahead. There's 67 against 60 villagers, now 69 against 63. One monk going down here as he has the longbowman out. And DraCoNT is the first to click up to Imperial Age. That was quite fast actually. A little bit surprised about this, to be honest. He's going for Podkinner now, still creating longbowman. Does not have yeoman. It's going to take a while for him to get that. And the main stone running really low now. Where's that second stone? Forward, outside. Yeah, he needs to get that second castle to protect these resources. And he's got a longbowman to make sure the castle can go up at the same time. As I'm saying this, the longbowmen are actually standing forward. One mangonel for JonSlow is also clicked up to Imperial Age. Got a siege workshop, got an archer range now. I'm guessing we're going to see elite skirmishers for him. And more archer ranges on the way, as well as a castle protecting those 2 goals. And a 3rd goal actually almost as well. So both players looking into Imperial Age. DraCoNT is there. Is he going with the trebuchet? No. Conscription, then 6 more longbowmen. Bracer on the way. University coming up. Did not have that building. Very important to get ballistics, and then chemistry as well. And that castle to protect the stone and gold makes a lot of sense. Looks like DraCoNT going in, maybe with petards. I didn't see it, but I imagine that's how petards go through walls. And he's using longbowmen now to force some idle time out of JonSlow's economy. He is attacking the mangonel, but of course a lot of villagers going for the repair here. And I think DraCoNT should maybe try to go for the wills instead, but now the longbowman going down, it's not worth to micro it. And the elite skirmisher didn't really do a lot, but okay, you have it, so why not? There is the stone getting gathered now. The main stone probably, yeah, is gone. And we have elite skirmishers plus siege workshops coming up. A lot of archer ranges here for JonSlow. Could be good upgrades on those. Missing chemistry coming up for DraCoNT as well actually. And he's now switching into stable. So I'm guessing light cav is an option for him. Light cav and maybe even cavalier, but it's quite expensive. Light cav, longbowmen, there are elite already. And then some form of siege. I imagine trebuchet with warwolf would be good, decent. We have JonSlow going for rams here. We're gonna see siege rams for him most likely. Does not have the food yet, but he's close. And villager-wise, we have 106 against 108, so this is not really a deciding situation already, because both players are just trying to get their armies out, and the score lead, 700 points, is not really saying a lot here. It could go either way, so this one should get interesting. 2 trebuchets now starting to hit the castle for DraCoNT. He's got 2 defensive trebuchets here to be able to defend actually. Siege ram on the way, the cap rams moving forward, and now there's the light cav to also defend against the siege ram. Siege ram done, pikemen also on the field against the light cav, makes sense, but that castle is going down fast. Even without the siege rams, they're moving into attack the trebuchets here. Not sure if warwolf was done, and can you see this here? I'm not sure. Halberd is making sure that the light cav cannot just hit free at those siege rams. And the elite longbowman, probably the most important unit now for DraCoNT here. He's only got 1 castle that I could see. He might have a 2nd castle actually coming up only now. Quite late, he was not able to take more stone, and the siege rams are absorbing so much fire from the longbowman that JonSlow can move forward. And those siege rams cannot be stopped easily. As you can see, even the light cav are having a hard time. Elite skirmishers doing a lot of damage. I think JonSlow might face champions soon, because champions would actually be decent against elite skirmishers, kill halberdiers, kill siege rams, and of course do good against trebuchets as well. So if DraCoNT can afford to go for champions, would be a nice time here, and JonSlow would need to switch into arbalest possibly, or maybe some other form of siege. I'm not sure what he can do against the champions here. Could go for your own champs. I think Byzantines do good champions, right? But you want to stay on trash, and now it's arbalest actually on the field for JonSlow as well, which is interesting, as you're facing elite longbowmen fully upgraded now with 12 range. The snipers are on the field, but it's not going to be champions for now. And the siege rams halberd is moving forward once again. We have DraCoNT more or less defending alongside this corner of his base, not able to take the stone, which is so important for him. He wants to get his unique unit out, and JonSlow with a lot of siege rams, at 13 at least, and more coming up probably, at least 10 on the front, 12, and yeah, those siege rams are what could be the key for a victory for JonSlow here. Britons have that weakness, of course, and as you can see, the siege rams really holding for a long time. We have arbalists behind the siege rams, longbowmen against this, and trebuchets even fighting at each other, or firing at each other. And looks like the longbowmen are doing that much damage. The siege and the elite skirmishers actually going down. The siege rams not taking down buildings. Very important. Trebuchet might go down as well. What an amazing fight here. I think the elite longbowmen didn't take a lot of damage here, and that's very important. A few more light cav coming out as well. DraCoNT housed on 185 actually. JonSlow 175 out of 200. Longbowmen just in case going back, making space for more light cav to come up. But those siege rams can do a lot of damage here, and you can see it here. The siege ram is going down, but only 14 HP per hit, and at 270 HP that's gonna take almost 20? Is it 19 or 20 hits from a light cav? So it really takes some time for those to go down. And JonSlow, now having the arbalest behind all his trash and siege, is doing a good job here, I think. Let's move fast for a little bit. Those forward buildings for DraCoNT could all go down to the siege rams. If JonSlow wants to, he can just move to the left hand side. And the only good thing for DraCoNT is this castle. This one is what holds his base, I think. Once this is going down, we might see the GG actually. But it doesn't look like it yet. And we have JonSlow actually getting rid of all the stables. And that's very important because the siege rams are mainly countered by the light cav now. There's no other units, and if the stables are going down, the siege rams will be stronger. So Salbid is taking a lot of damage, I guess, and the longbowmen, of course, firing away at everything there, what's in their range. But JonSlow is sending in more and more units. DraCoNT housed on 180. Now he's losing houses as well, and this is deadly. DraCoNT needs to build houses quickly. It's somewhere in the back of his base where he's taking the extra gold, the stone already been taken. And the siege rams now moving forward as there's not too many buildings left. But taking down houses is a good idea, and DraCoNT is trying to go for the extra gold, but there's Halberd is raiding, so JonSlow should have more gold available to take at least. DraCoNT is 3 relics, but JonSlow doing good here, gaining full map control. Villages going down, and DraCoNT at 119, no, that's JonSlow, sorry. DraCoNT 113 villages is a good number for Britons, I guess. Now the siege rams are moving forward. Those halberdiers a little bit wasted, to be honest, and JonSlow needs to follow up with more ranged units, either skirmishers or arbalest. I would prefer to see skirmishers here actually in the mix, but now the siege rams are moving onto this castle, and this is so important. Trebuchet moving out, not a good idea. 2 traps, 3 traps actually firing away at this castle. The siege rams forward, and JonSlow might be in trouble here. Sorry, DraCoNT is not looking good for him. The castle is going down, and the elite longbowmen just firing away at those siege rams. The castle on 0 HP. Bye-bye it is, and that's very good for JonSlow. He might be on a win here if he can follow up with more units. Can he afford it? He's got a lot of economy in the back here. He's actually running out of wood, which is quite rare for JonSlow. He's got a lot of, he's got 53 lumberjacks here, but he needs a lot of wood at the same time. He's not spending that much food actually. 45 farmers is quite good though. And now with oranges on the field, that's actually a move I didn't consider, but it makes a lot of sense. Didn't really think about it. DraCoNT going for oranges against the siege rams is something he really needed to do, because the siege rams were just too strong here. JonSlow now moving out to take some gold, and he's also waiting a little bit, letting DraCoNT move forward, and is now sending the siege rams. Can he actually get rid of the honor just using arbalest? It doesn't look like it. 8+1 range against only 8 from the arbalest. It's going to be quite tough for him, so maybe he needs to go for some cavalry units himself. Actually, light cav hussars might be a very decent option here. Now DraCoNT is trying to go for the stone. He wants to get another castle up probably, with the mining camp already going down, and another mining camp coming up on the gold here. JonSlow going forward with the castle. He's got 4 trebuchets to make sure the castle is not getting taken down fast, and he's also taking the extra gold here now, taking the rest of his own gold. Looking very good for him, and he's preparing Cavalier actually with Paladin upgrade on the way. Where is it? I can see it in the research bar. There it was. 1, 2, 3, 4 Paladin upgrade for JonSlow. This is huge. If he's not showing the Paladin, we might see one big fight and it could be over, because as soon as DraCoNT is realizing there's Paladins, a lot of houses coming up here, but again forward, then he might he should switch into pikeman help immediately, like this. If JonSlow is waiting long enough for those Cavalier, for those Paladin to actually go and fight, then we might see a very big battle happening, and then DraCoNT might look very bad here. Then again, DraCoNT is scored by 2k points actually. I guess he's got a better KD. Yeah, by far. It's like 140 more. 340 against 200, and we have a few siege trams. Arbalest behind this. Can DraCoNT see the Paladins? He can see them now. Is he going for pikemen somewhere? I don't see a barracks for him, maybe he lost it. But the Paladins going back. Are they fully upgraded? I think they are. They're missing the last attack upgrade, they're missing bloodlines, but that's what Byzantines don't get. And now Paladins moving in, dodging the Onager shot. JonSlow should follow up with the siege trams. The trebuchet is too far forward, to be honest, but those Onagers are in trouble. And the Paladin, 7 pierce armor against, only doing 4 damage to a Paladin per arrow for the long moment. That's not a really good damage output. It's not bad though. And Onagers, there's still a good amount of them left, at least 7 that I can see. Paladins going on fast. The Arbalest though hitting away at long moment, very important. It's now going back. I think he needed siege tram in the mix, and maybe Onager of his own or a bombard cannon even would be good here. JonSlow still has very good resources, but DraCoNT is able to defend. He's still got Onagers on the field. He's going for more archer ranges. He is able to take some of his gold here. JonSlow idle villages of course in the middle as the gold run out, and castle actually going down to the trebuchets here. So DraCoNT is on the forward now, moving against JonSlow's base for pretty much the first time in a long time of this game. 56 minutes in. Let's see if we can go faster for a little bit here. And JonSlow going back, but only waiting for more Paladins to come. And once the Paladins and siege trams are there, I think he will be able to fight this back. Finally, a few elite skirmishes in the mix as well. I think he needed them for quite some time. Just went for Arbalest, and we see pretty much everything we can see for both armies. Missing champions and cataphracts, bombard cannons, but that's pretty much it. You don't see hand grenades in this fight. And champions, I guess, is not a good idea against so many ranged units. Now it's the Paladin that are doing a big damage here, going against the Onagers, then the trebuchets. Those trebs might go down. Elite skirmishes dying. The elite long moment going back quickly as DraCoNT realizes he's losing a big battle here, and this is looking very good for JonSlow. Military numbers better for him now, and DraCoNT out of resources pretty much. JonSlow resources is looking good, so even though DraCoNT is in a score lead, not by a lot any longer, JonSlow actually with a very decent position, and he's playing this really well, using of course the fact that his thresh units are cheaper, and Paladin was a really nice transition. He was able to keep map control for quite some time. He's gaining it back now, and he's making sure that DraCoNT can actually not take his second and third like stone and gold here. Siege tram hitting away at mining camp, because why not? Arbalest moving forward, and I'm really surprised that Arbalest is working so good against the Britons here. It should not probably, but DraCoNT, I don't see a way for him to deal with the Paladin other than halberdiers, or at least pikemen. He's not going for them though. I don't see, he's got archer ranges on the side, but I don't see any barracks, and my hotkey should actually work as far as I know. Let me quickly check. Yeah, and JonSlow has barracks on the right hand side. We saw the halberdiers. So JonSlow actually still keeping map control, and DraCoNT now going with a lot of army though. 104 military units, he's only got 88 villagers. I'm not sure if he lost a few or just suicided them to have more population space. I think it's a pretty decent idea as long as you don't have too little villagers, because then your economy will suffer and you cannot produce any longer. But like this, he's doing very good here. He's sending a lot of elite skirmishes, he's getting elite longwomen staying behind, light cav at the front, and it looks like the elite longwomen can, the elite skirmishes can do damage against those Arbalest even, which are going back now. Paladins just standing around doing nothing, because thanks to E, they are born to do that, exactly that. Yeah, why would you fight with 14 plus 2 with 16 attack? Doesn't really make sense. Yeah, thanks to E again. But Paladin now moving in. Again, the Onagers, of course, are what is dangerous to JonSlow's army. And elite skirmishes and Arbalest hitting away now at the elite longwomen and elite skirmishes as well. The Onagers going down. A few siege trams and makes more Onagers on the way. JonSlow has decent resources. DraCoNT, 0 food. This is huge. 577 stone. He would like to get another castle up, I guess. On the left hand side, we have some raiding from both players, more or less, or some counter attack. And in the middle, or between the two players, the main battle is happening. And I still don't see who's winning this, to be honest. Now I think might be a good time for a few more villagers to come forward and try to get some of that stone and gold. Is DraCoNT sending them? No Paladins actually going in. Are we seeing some raiding that I missed? Only 2 Paladins, and one obviously already down, the other one going down to the castle as well. So that was not a good idea. Maybe Hussars might be an option to raid. Hussars Master was actually do really good against this army because there's still no counter to cavalry units, and JonSlow just is going for hussars already. Yeah, my fault, he did go for that upgrade, it makes a lot of sense, he was faster than me, which is good, because I'm the caster, I have a lot of time to think about this. Elite Long Moment still doing so much damage, would love to see like the statistics on those Elite Long Moment, how much damage did they do in this game, but this is something that the game is not offering us here. We have the battle still continuing, and I think I can go faster for a little bit, because for now it looks like DraCoNT is moving forward, is gaining a little bit of ground, is finally able to take more of that stone, and JonSlow did resign? What the hell? Why? This doesn't make sense at all. 48 military units, but you had so many resources in the bank, you can produce forever. It does not make sense at all to resign this game just because you're out of gold here. I'm a little disappointed. I'm impressed by DraCoNT. He was going back here, and yeah, he had 130 military units. That's 44 elite long moment. That's 60. No, sorry, that's not correct. 38 elite skirmishers and a few light cav probably in the mix. But JonSlow had so many resources left. He was not far behind, and I'm not sure why he called it GG here. If this was a tournament game, I think it would have continued, and the game could have gone either way. Like this, DraCoNT with an amazing hold. To be honest, he was able to do it without paladins and without halberdiers against the paladins, and elite long moment, I think, did most of the damage. KD, not so far apart in the end actually, but DraCoNT in the end winning this game. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.